And let's get this one underway here. Gambit, they won the knife round. They'll be deciding to start on that CT side. But this is it. This is for all the marbles right here, right now. Na'Vi, they wait in the wings in that semi-final.
And Gambit have shown evidence. FaZe have forced it out of them, that they can not only bleed, but they can feel and buckle under this pressure at times. And so it begins. Round one. Strap in, folks. It's time to separate these two names. FaZe, Gambit, Twist straight off to the races. Up Banana, supported by flashes, and he's not stopping. They're not stopping at all. Straight through the CT smoke, and a couple of chances for Hobbit on this USP. Can't find their head. They're so tagged. Does on the final bullet of the clip. And Axile and Nafri should have their way with them. He's whipping out his knife, but it's all Axile. Okay, little chaotic, but the CTs lock it down.
Yeah, so that's a great pistol to win there, and potentially flub smoke. I want to say it was from FaZe right there. It didn't land exactly to cover CT spawn. That wasn't their undoing. I think Hobbit was with two quick ones. And Gambit, they grabbed themselves yet another pistol round here within this series. But we might be in for another long one here. It was 16-13, 22-20. Both of these maps have started with it looking like Gambit just going to run away with things. So let's see if the script gets flipped here at all. Back into a FaZe second round force. Yet to see one converted throughout the tournament. So we're intently watching this one.
At the quarterfinal mark, you're yet to convert a second round force. And your FaZe clan, you know, I mean, in terms of the history there and the power of their sidearms, it was often a very different story.
Looks like they're gearing up straight to go towards A here. And G2 used the pressure point of Arch early in their matchup against Gambit not that long ago. Let's see what Carrigan and co go for.
Yeah, it looks like a great deep library smoke and a deeper smoke towards the pit side as well. Jiro wants to confirm suspicions, does see bodies and doesn't quite finish the job. It's Inters that fills the feed, and look at that. Gambit mow them down one by one. FaZe true to trend.
Oof, and right there, we're getting a loud Nafany, right? Let's see how long he can continue that, because he appears to be the emotional heart of this team. It doesn't feel like anybody else is getting loud. And again, we're getting a lot of Shiro, right? He's being animated, talking a lot with his hands there. This is what you want. This is the start that you want to have here on the CT side. You grab that pistol, you have no worries against the force, you don't even concede a bomb plant, and now you're guaranteed to grab yourself that third consecutive. Now, I say guaranteed. Let's look out for these pesky deagles here. Need to be careful. Don't want to put your head into any of the crosshairs of the FaZe players. And Nafany, well, it's not his head, but it's his body. Carrigan softens him up. And Rain's taking boiler control very quickly here. Warning shots fired. Right now, Gambit are actually a bit more under the pump than they were in the previous, and this is lacking utility right now from FaZe. Carrigan will get found out. Hobbit grabs him through the smoke. And this one should just simmer out now. It really should.
What's Nafly lined up there, just so I can see it? Oh. I assume it's a incendiary?
Yeah, right now they've given up Arch side. Maybe he had a flash ready for Axile.
Didn't have one. That was one I was interested. Oh, he does. Well, one slip through. It's going to be Olofmeister that's... I mean, he's not lost. Axile is well aware that it's a possibility, and he will just post up on that angle. Olof obliges. A little bit of ankle. About that 40-second mark for Inters, just dropping his smoke to peek around. Oh, he's kind of lost rain there for a second. And Twister's deagle has found that. Yeah, if they finish off Nafany, which they aren't going to check, nicely played. Brokey's deagle still in play.
Not today. All right, so they can scavenge that M4 back. Everything's looking good. Shiro can drop that across. He can get out his AWP. And now we get into the business rounds. The guns come out here for FaZe. Now, remember, if you think about the G2 Gambit game, maybe you guys missed it. That was where it ended with Nico getting that last split-second defuse and us not getting to overtime when it felt like we were destined to head there. Gambit had a couple of woes, right? There was the Arch side presence. G2 are playing a great game here, but the stakes are so much higher now. Losing, you're out.
I think still relishing in that slate being wiped clean, you know, after overpass. Probably just feels good to stretch your legs and know that every round counts again. You've got full Inferno ahead of you. That was the best of three now, just separated by one map. Hobbit doing the old-fashioned retake smokes on towards Banana.
well timed as well. So that comes out at about 1:15. So that's going to deny full control until sub 1 minute. And especially if Hobbit pushes out and just parks himself over towards Sandbag. So initiating a bit of a presence over towards A here. Olof's putting his head out there, just having a real look. Didn't get greeted with too much information whatsoever.
I did spot Pit, but what information is that? Oh, there's a CT in Pit in a 5-man setup, is there? Exile's tucked in tight, Shiro to hold up long.
Looks like they're gearing up for 3 players out of apps here. Rain, Boiler, and then we'll see what happens with Twist as part of this. But with 40 seconds left, it's looking like we see where this one's going to finish up.
Certainly is a clear indication of the finish. And oh, straight out, just off a flash. Axile ready to receive them. Brokey tried to challenge out that Pit player, but Axile's there and he's massacred 3. Good to get the bomb down, but he's not what he came for. He came for the round. Carrigan partnered up with Twists, tagged up, zipped up. Twists up against the entire Gambit squad. Bomb ticking in his favor. Carrigan made sure to get that down. Little touch of the fake. Twists at least beheads another. Baits the shot of the AWPer. Just too many men. Fair shot, fair crack of the whip. It will be 4 for Gambit, and they'll scavenge away all of those goodies. AKs for everyone that wants one.
Yeah, that's quite nice there. And this is looking very, very good here for Gambit out the gates. Axile pivoting to Pit just in time. That meant that you got Inters in the back there drawing all the attention with that smoke alone. And Axile just gets to profit on players not even looking in his direction. Now, is it going to be another story of this T side like we had on Ancient, where Carrigan is the individual who has to get involved to find them the impact on the entries, to slip into the backlines, deny rotations? Or is there going to be help? Is there going to be some individuals stepping up? So far, Carrigan and Rain yet to find a frag. Moving into round number 5, the AKs are back out. That plant was integral in facilitating this. Quick Molotov from Olof. That's going to deny porch side aggression here. Rain mantles up. Olof follows him quickly. And it's already a passive setup from Gambit on this A site.
Yeah, so that's full mid control. Oh, quick, lightning fast reflexes out of Shiro. Olof just thinks about clicking mouse 1 and loses his life.
It felt like Shiro lined that one up with something, didn't it?
Almost, yeah.
Got banana control as well here, but under pressure, Carrigan gets one back. Nafany falls.
You might just want to pull the trigger on this. You can see Carrigan's holding the flash and Inter's on the rotate. They are flashed in. A chance for Hobbit, and he does voice concern. 3v3, there's the double. Brokey delivers. Shiro to tuck in. He's got the AWP on his back. He's opting for the deagle. He wants Carrigan, and Carrigan's ready. FaZe Clan will post their first here on the T side as Axile maneuvers to CT spawn.
Is he looking for damage here? That AK would be nice to hold on to. There's lots of money in the bank balance, but I'm sure taking these guns away from FaZe have been a conversation.
Well, you said, is Carrigan going to have to be the one to
There you go.
lead them in? Well, a double will work nicely. That pick onto Coffin's not an easy duel to take, and a brave one, certainly.
All right, bomb goes off, round posted on the board, and that's what we want to see out of FaZe. Now, look, if I was going to be honest, I don't think too many people... It would have been one of the least likely bets that this was the type of FaZe that we were going to get continuing in the tournament, right? There was already very good signs, right? People were starting to go, okay, the ears were pricking up. We knew that they had already over-delivered. Because if you were to say that the team outside of the top 30 coming into this event are going to contend against all the names that they've already toppled, you think about Heroic, Vitality, and now taking it to Gambit and pushing them all the distance, the conversations that have been had on the desks and all over the shop here about the individuals and them showing up online, it's true. It's actually manifesting. We're seeing it right now against the world #1 team who are proving themselves. You know, you get that juxtaposition. It's quite nice to see.
This is the embodiment of the discussion. You know, you've got FaZe Clan on one side, which is just chock-a-block full of LAN players, historical names, absolutely, no doubt about it. Graffitis inscribed on various maps, one in which we just saw go to double OT. And on the other side of things, you have the world #1, indisputed, but looking to prove it on LAN.
Oh, Shiro's taking the AWP over towards top banana here, so they won't be able to get bullied off the line here just by utility. Shiro can post up. Nade's landing, and oh, that's it, bowling. Perfect stuff there. Shiro's out of the equation. Now Hobbit's on a bit of an island, tucked in towards Sandbags. He's locked.
He thrives in this environment, though. All the pressure on me. Let me show you what I got. Evading all their nades, tucked into the half wall and maintains full control of B. Puffing up his chest, beating it, and saying, get away from my sight. It's worked. They are starting to congregate back into the stack. Load of util still on these CTs. They've held on to it. So Nafany, surely a dead man. This crossfire is so potent. Here he's going to have a little look. Perfect timing. Quick response. And it's kept even. Advantage FaZe. Axel on Balkan spotted out. The rotate is long and arduous. It's all onto Axel. He's got so much to do. The nade looks promising. 1 versus 3-handed Hobbit's way, and I see already an AWP on his back. He's out of there.
Save call. And that was, look, the crossfire was good towards Artside, but again, it was Gambit not getting a multi-kill off either of those. Nafany gets 2, or if Inters gets 2, then it's a different story. It's not Axel being run down by 3 players. It's Axel getting to take a fight against 2, maybe grabbing 1, and then Hobbit's in a winnable one-on-one situation. But really just grinding this one out, FaZe. So great opening, and this time it was off of utility usage. We saw them try it time and time again on overpass. Those nades never quite landed.
Yeah, but that's also FaZe proving that they can break both sides. Back-to-back, B and A, successful.
And one of the things, again, when you notice Gambit, they're hedging one more time, right? So they've gone, okay, well, we know that Hobbit's solo on B, so what we'll do is we'll have 2 players on our arch side, so if it is B, we can rotate a little bit quicker. That just put the pressure elsewhere, but great trades. Like, it's fantastic how quick all those trades happen, and FaZe coming out on top. So not running in, not getting caught in multi-spray downs. Really, really tidy stuff.
And that's when spacing becomes a conversation as well. Like, that's just experience oozing out of everyone there. Rain quick to the response on Nafany's swing. Brokey had to get a quick scope if he wanted to keep things level, and he did.
All right, bank balance siphoned through here. Interesting to note, Hobbit didn't buy into a kit right now, and he was the only one with enough money to do so. So that is an interesting factor.
Brokey forced the extinguish out twist there. Overstage is welcome. Nafany taking some liberties on the UMP. Wants to get it close when the SFG makes sense. And oh, he's up to some funny hijinks here. I'm not sure Twist is going to be ready for this. He's already cleared logs, so his crosshair will be in this side of the banana.
Smokes are fading.
No point, and there it is. Nafany delivers. He got what he wanted. Gets the 4v4. He is found. Well ahead of the pack in the apps, and Shiro is here to be tested on mid. He should be smoked off before anyone's arrival.
He needs to be careful as he rotates back in here, Shiro. Olaf could hit a 1-bang.
It's a hard one. Olaf to Molotov in sync with the flash. Axel doesn't really care. Still gets 1, 3v3. And they enter the site. Carrigan confirms it. Shiro locked out, unable to provide anything more. And that kit you were discussing becomes a bit of a conversation topic. A 3v3 you'd love to go for, but if you're smoked out, you'd love to cut that defuse in half.
Yeah, right now, the fact that they don't just have that 5-second defuse, that might be it. I can already see Inter starting to walk and backpedal towards CT spawn. I think Shiro and Hobbit just seeing if they can find anything. Now, look, a 3v3 retake at the best of times is hard. A 3v3 retake without a defuse kit in play just becomes infinitely harder. So they have to call the save. The money isn't there. And it's just trading again. Like, I think FaZe, just the way it looks, are more than happy to go 1-for-1. I think as soon as they can go 1-for-1, they're content with that. And they're actually hunting right now. Carrigan's called them all through library here. Shiro, you're about to have some company, my friend.
Oh, he's kind of under the thumb. Carrigan's going to have a look at least. Ooh, never mind.
Oof. All right.
Hands off the keyboard.
Yeah, exit all the way through library into the Lion's Den and just stop.
Yeah,
all right, well, they all keep themselves alive here, and it will be a tactical timeout called. Second from Gambit already. We've only had 7 rounds of play, and we've already found ourselves into the second Gambit timeout. Now, looking at the money situation, Hobbit can drop. Maybe that's why he kept a little bit of residual, right? I was critiquing not buying a kit.
No, but sure.
Maybe he kept that so that now he can drop a rifle instead.
And also, he probably weighed, he could have weighed up the fact that if we do lose the site, it's not worth throwing all of our weapons into the mix. We'd rather just have another shot at round 8.
That's Gambit playing by the book again, yes.
Yeah, exactly. He's done all this number crunching. He's got the abacus out.
That's crazy, right? Thinking that many rounds ahead. I think that's really showing you where the minds are at of some of these Counter-Strike players. And even though he could have dropped a rifle, okay, I guess not. Well, he's basically signaled that wasn't the case by them not dropping the M4. So I'm making up logic for them. Yeah, maybe it's right, maybe it's wrong. It's all speculation.
Ram the logic onto the screen until it fits.
That's why they're so good, everybody. I guess. Now,
going to be throwing some bullets downrange and not going to find too much to report. There we go. Shiro. Doesn't have that classic 2-man setup, but at least not in the traditional sense. I mean, you got Inter's bedroom, Axel boiler, there's a lot of apps presence, and understandably, with just the 5-7. Oh, this is a frag any day of the week. Rain's not looking. An irretrievable AK, but that's the first blood out of nowhere.
And no trade in response here. Olaf might walk into this AWP as well if he's not careful.
Or just throw a topspin Pokeball into Axal. There he goes, though. Shiro activated. Olaf down. Weapons definitely will be retrieved now, and it's getting quite threatening. They throw that smoke all the way from downtown, from T-spawn. It will land. No gap to be exploited, and stampeding into the site is Twists. Couple of players here to receive them. Hobbit, threatening.
Good bait.
Very threatening, and trying to clear Emo, but just enough.
Oh my God!
And Nafany's P250 wraps it all up so neat and tidy. Just the distraction. They're putting bullets through the smoke, anything to draw their attention, and Twist just looks away just as he was about to do the clear.
Oh my God, if I'm Nafany, Hobbit is my absolute best friend there. The amount that Hobbit did, right, just by him jumping up on coffins, it's making it look like a retake B setup. Oh, we know that there's a rifle and an AWP that's been saved across. Well, there's the rifle. They're not playing in this site. Next minute, back turned. That one is great. That is even better. And then he even collects the third. That is huge stuff from Nafany right there.
You know he got loud after that one. You just know he did.
A bit of a giggle there from Axal. That just went way too easy.
And that breaks FaZe's momentum. Don't forget, they just demonstrated 3 gun rounds. AB pivoting around, looking great on these one-on-one trades. 1-for-1, rather. Well, Gambit fight back, and they didn't even fully invest. Chad, they had $2 grand in the bank for everyone. That's going to really nurture some confidence and some financial stability.
Yeah, and for the other side, FaZe now, the fact that they lose a round like that to no investment, they've had to invest all their pennies here, and they're the ones who are getting a little bit scuffed. See if they can skirmish for this 1-for-1 trade at the start, because they've been looking so good in the 4v4s. Time round, they couldn't maintain that number advantage, and it's a pace change. They look like they're going straight up middle here.
Yeah, well, that's denial of mid-info, sure. Mission accomplished in that respect, but do you just completely evaporate? No one to hold on to it? I'll leave Olaf Meister floating.
It's feigned a lot of presence there, and they're just going into this Hobbit Nafany hold.
Olaf even flashing towards second mid. He wants them to be convinced. Hobbit will throw a deep incendiary. And Twist might have to go forward on this. He's okay. Hobbit, so comfortable. He knows what's up. Damage inflicted. He's got the smoke ready. They'll be ahead of it, though. Smoke is up. Twist is down. Nafany defending through the smoke. No one on site. And they might even reboost for this. FaZe can't quite believe their luck, but ready to strike. A flash and a peek. Brokey's ready, prepared, anticipating a second. The footstool.
Axel's only rotating now. Are they even going to go for this?
Sold just yet. Nafany has util for it. Axel's on his way. They got Emo Molly, maybe Nubox as well. Okay, Karrigan's going to have to at least hit one here. Shy of the mark. Brokey's not, though. Brokey still finding headshots. 3 to his name. Surely going to be silenced. Yeah, the flame. Rain to come up clutch. He's got the lineup. They're on it. They've adjusted accordingly. Needs to find him now. Shiro's missed his shot, but Rain's missed his chance. And it will be 6. Just like that, Gambit put it straight back into contention. They are not only 3 ahead, but FaZe are going to be poor.
Oof, the utility usage there is what bailed them out, right? Brokey had a couple of bangers there. He was going down, kicking and screaming, hitting some absolute blinders of shots from the back of the site. I didn't know if they were going for it, because this is one of the things, is the over-rotations of Gambit. Axel was still in the site, the bomb gets planted, and Axel's still a little bit worried about any presence across the map. Right, Brokey goes down during all of this, that Molotov that came on in, so really good utility usage, but it will be the half purchase here from FaZe. Able to get themselves in with a couple of upgrades, some armor. Utility looking decent as well, and well, there's no banana presence. They've smoked off the arch side. And up mid they go.
Is that? Look like they want to go off the flame. Yeah, straight away. Nade stack to pit. That might work out nicely. Axel chunked and charging. Good 1-for-1. Still kept advantage Gambit. Bomb to be planted. Olaf now equipped with a weapon and pit neutralized. This could be more than just a bomb plant. This could be FaZe making a round of their own work. Surely want to dip their toes back in. Brokey might want to peek on the contact of Olaf. He's not able to find a safe.
Oh my God, Karrigan!
Finding 2 peeks over the box. Olaf spotted out, but FaZe Clan win back and force back with their own. Just Tech-9s and Kevlar's all it takes.
Oh my God, Karrigan, that was huge, right? Olaf was getting, they focused Olaf, right? He's jumping out of the pit. He's getting mollied out of position, and Karrigan, instead of just sitting there and letting Olaf die and it becoming a 2-on-3 situation, he goes forward. So you see this, right? Olaf's under pressure, the mollies, oh my God, the lineup there.
Could not have been better.
Oh my Lord.
Like, that's the dream. Every time someone does peek that box, that's what they're dreaming of. Just 2 heads, 2 clicks. On the same angle, didn't even have to move his mouse. And yeah, Hobbit just has to kind of sigh and tut his tongue. But that puts FaZe straight back into contention, and now already losing Shiro, the hero AWP. Unable to contribute this time, and yeah, the bodies are dropping so quick. The rest of them, of course, only equipped with USPs.
I think they've handled this round here, FaZe. I know Hobbit's picked up that AWP and he's maneuvering around the map. The bomb is down in T-spawn. Now, if it was still 5 alive, you know, I'd maybe get concerned, especially if the clock was around that 30-second mark. But with over a minute left, there's a real chance right now that FaZe just clear on out. They execute on towards B. They send Olaf back towards T-spawn to grab that bomb, and no dramas. No dramas whatsoever, right? Plenty of time to work with here. FaZe are here to play in a big way. It's great to see. Now they are going back. They will be getting that bomb. It's Brokey who has to do that, the AWPer. It's all the way back, and now they can just regroup. We can see there's no dramas over towards the B side of the map, but FaZe, they're being diligent. Smoke towards Coffin, flashes to facilitate Karrigan's push. He'll be able to call that one clear as CT spawn is re-smoked. And now the game just becomes about holding onto that AWP to give to Shiro in the next round. So scoreline will become 6-5.
But this bodes so well for intense Inferno game fans around the world. FaZe definitely have a penchant for the defense, and have definitely already posting 5, keeping a competitive T side up against Gambit. They are going to be feeling and swelling with confidence. Conceding the first 4, you know, not bucking the trend of those second round conversions and then some, but pulling it straight back level.
It's actually very impressive because as I take a look at some of the stat lines here, so far on this T side, FaZe have only managed to get themselves 2 opening kills, but it's been how well they've traded, right? They might give up the opening death, but they've traded that, right? And that's gone very, very well for them. And I'm pretty sure the 2 opening kills that they've been able to get have actually been on Shiro. One was with the dunk nades, and that round just there where Brokey was actually just able to out-AWP Shiro on that aggressive maneuver, right? So both of them have gone to the CT sided AWP player. And remember, there's already been 2 timeouts called for Gambit in this, and we've still got 4 rounds to go here within the first half. They'll be able to get this buy going to keep themselves threatening, but they'd love to get up towards this double digits. 10 would be great. 9 would be serviceable. I think both teams would walk away pretty happy with that kind of a scoreline, 9-6.
Going looking. Anyone walking up will meet Shiro's AWP, and as soon as he hits that molly, he does manage to beat it back into a safe line on short. Nades the sandbags. Top banana is theirs.
This is the type of round when you have banana control relatively early here, you could just go for a BXQ. All 5 members from FaZe are in banana. Oh, cop that nade in the face right there, softened up.
All a product of Hobbit's util. All of that.
Well, there's 3 here. Intis is rotated over as well. They're about to get a lot of pressure.
Oh, he smoked them off. They'll have to go through grey screened. Knife out, they are. Charging ahead of the pack. Karrigan leading straight into the fully flashed burn. And now they're falling apart at the seams. Just as the boost comes in, Twist looks away. He lives on. There's World. Wants to push through. Lingering in the smoke, they'll try and re-smoke it. It'll catch the timing. Perhaps he can threaten towards CT.
This is huge.
Oh, Twist.
This is huge.
Huge amount of space. And he can disrupt it all. They won't check it. It's clear. Axel the first to fall. Shiro hit with the warning shot, and he just goes straight back through the smoke. Play on. FaZe are doing it. Recovery. Looking fantastic, and the rest are retreating. This is going to be 6. What a recovery that is. Karrigan goes down, fully flashed in the flame. Rain 2. Earlier in the piece, and there you have it.
Just
6-6.
Just that impact right there from Twist. It wasn't even the multi-frag that was necessary. It's just 1 kill and done, and now he's on the hunt here as well. He's actually starting to push up mid. Might find Shiro here if he's a little bit quick on this. Rounds the corner. Shiro strikes. Twist goes down, but the round is secured. Oh, big problems now.
Into smoke landing, and you just they all follow their leader fearlessly, and he just says go. You know, and he's the first leading by example, of course. Another timeout forced. they're going to completely bankrupt Gambit of timeouts before the first half is up.
Yeah, and this is really rough, right? I think we've seen Gambit do this a couple of times where they try and burn through a couple to secure themselves a decent lead because they want to go into that second half with the lead on the CT side. Now, they need 2 more to get there, and the fact that we've seen some investments coming on through means that they might want to contest against this here, but this is a 3-on-5. Olaf gets that trade, right? Twist pushing through is great. Hobbit at that point is scrambling. Like, yeah, it's got to be frustrating, right? Because that push from Twist, they had to manufacture that. They had to push the issue. If they just sat back in the site, they would have been retaken on again.
And he's not only lingering in the CT smoke that's fading, just as it's being replaced, he does start his slide. It was a well-orchestrated maneuver from Twist, and it did give them the round. Axel, you could see him jumping out of his seat when he took that shot. Round 13. Oh, Rain jumps across to confirm the AWP's on A. Lives to tell the tale, which is certainly a good start.
Seems like knowing that the AWP is A is actually drawing them towards A. They've all just congregated in middle right here off Carrigan's call. So if they just do a standard smoke wall right now, Shiro might be completely negated on this.
Yeah, loads of long side smokes. They're going to charge through. Straight control. Axel posted up on the graveyard. High flashes. They're just going. Twists looking to draw blood. Shiro's on the site alone. Eliminated. They haven't cleared him out. Axel just holding his nerve. The 2 bodies drop. Now he comes alive with only 1. Kept honest. Twist takes off his head and FaZe have got the site again.
Call that 7.
What a reaction.
Just call it. This is crazy how quick FaZe is just able to react right here. It's like that AWP shot and then they just went towards A. Yep. It's like they knew exactly what they wanted to do. Carrigan is calling a fantastic game here. Like, the reactive play, sure, Carrigan goes down, take that AK, Hobbit. It doesn't matter, they'll grab this round. But the reactive play of FaZe that we're seeing right now is like the reactive play we were getting at peak Heroic Online.
Yes.
Like, just the decision-making, and there's no hesitation, right? They go in, you're right, they do follow their leader in, and they just believe in these calls wholeheartedly. And just that acceleration. There's nothing. Oh, there's a full site completely smoked off, flashes, molotovs, everything. They're in our face. Axel's stuck in graveyard. 2 players have died around him before he's even shown his head. At that point, if Axel doesn't get 2 or 3 kills, the round is already lost anyway.
It's just so much to process in such a short space of time. It's just overwhelming Gambit at the best of times. Looking good, looking very good. Shiro on that site, when 3 players are already so far ahead, like what's an AWP supposed to do after you miss that first shot? There's 3 more players on the repeak. Twists, Carrigan, bullets thrown down. Inters dies as he peeks. Nice work again from Twists. Good haul from him. Good high impact frags as well. From the only North American representation in these playoffs. Careful, Carrigan. He manages to slink away. I don't even know if Nafany caught a glimpse of that. I think he might still think he's there. Carrigan plays peekaboo.
This is playing right into Carrigan's game right now. He gets to micromanage from the grave. Right? It's a 4v4, and every time it's felt like he's made the right call mid-round. So now he just gets to click around and see every single little detail of where his team is at. Doesn't have to worry about his crosshair at this juncture. And for Nafany, the CT side, it's harder. He can't assemble the troops. They're already on a broken buy. It's really just on Inters over towards this B bomb site, and all he has is a Deagle and Kevlar. He would have to go God mode right now to shut this one down.
Damn, FaZe just got that land buff in such a real capacity. This pop flash is perfect. Inters is going to lose vision. Brokey throws it into blind. Does drop off, lives on, and great shot. If he could do another, we could be on for something. Cuts FaZe down to a competitive stance.
They can go for this now. They have that AK. There's going to be money in the next round. We got max loss bonus. They can really go for this one.
It's time to see some tenacity and a Gambit. Hobbit equipped with the AK, Shiro quick to surge up Banana. Hobbit to trade off him should he find contact. It's Brokey, little bit of leg. Doesn't pull the trigger. Now with Axel down and a 2-on-2 looking to double up on the emo. I don't hate it. Yorp so good, baited nicely. They're starting to pick up the pace. Kit on Shiro. Dancing, rotting the clock. Olaf takes contact and FaZe take 8. They win out the half. Here on Inferno, solid resistance, interested more than you could possibly ask of him. But FaZe, you can see the concentration on their face. They know they're within touching distance of breaking Gambit here. Yeah.
Brokey just threw the smoke. Yeah, all right. I'll just take the pot shot. I'll trade my in-game leader. Inters did great. Inters did really good. The fact that Axel, he goes down to Brokey in that moment, right? If Axel stays alive, then they can't just double up towards that emo position. You could see the clock was their best friend right there, FaZe. But here we go, final round, and Axel's down again. Brokey's AWP. It's really coming alive here. Shiro attempts the trade. Can't find the frag. Pressure coming now. AK's up mid.
And they're going quick, thick and fast. Smokes are already in the air. Twist just leaving Banana now, but already we see the long side smoke down. Brokey knows they want an equalizer, and they're trying to worm their way through towards CT. They want to go mid to B. And that's the end of Nafany. Of it, we need the double. Rain's already found it. Looks like 9. Shiro and Inters, they know they're on 8. An open runway. They'll throw full util to confirm their suspicions.
There's no way. There's just no way. You call this one 9. How are they going to get back into this? There's a deep CT spawn smoke. Brokey is literally still T stairs. So if Inters wanted to come through, he'd have to get past that fight first. There's no way back into this for Gambit.
Even throwing nades and bullets into that smoke. Shiro, you said he's been good on the rifle. But this time I think is a bit too tall of a task. Last round, you've got to give it all she's got. Molotov out of position. Half health to work with, more bottles thrown towards your location. Only Inters, yeah. And that's the end of that. FaZe 9 on their T side, Chad. On the T side, that's supposed to be the weak one against the world #1. They were world 36th at the start of this bloody tournament. I don't understand. Maybe FaZe will help us understand further after the break.
We played online before and we were playing so close games, and it felt like nobody was doing any mistakes. And coming into LAN, we just know that people were gonna do more mistakes and not do that push on 14-14 that you need. And the people are not playing with the same big balls that they do online, so it's just good for us.
Hey Future Pros, we are back with an advanced execute for your T-side on Inferno. For this execute, you will need 4 Future Pros along with 3 mollies, 3 flashes and 2 smokes. Let's break it down. Future Pro number 1. Your first job is to boost up Future Pro 4 onto the half wall. After that, get into this position and aim your crosshair above this point where the roof tiles combine. This molly will land and force out anyone playing first or second oranges. Then bank a flash off this window to blind anyone on site or in CT. This will allow you to get a quick smoke covering off CT spawn. And for good measure, lob this deep flash over CT spawn, which will further blind anyone playing on the site. Future Pro 2, you'll be smoking off coffins and also provide a supporting flash. To smoke coffins, get right up into this corner with the logs. Aim upward along the line of this fence and stop when you're at this line with this other fence post. This smoke will block off behind coffins. It is thrown this deep to discourage CTs from pushing through and hugging the side of the smoke. So be aware that someone still could be holding coffins. Alternatively, you can throw this smoke a little higher and coffins will be fully smoked off, but be wary of an aggressive CT. Finally, aim above these wires over the left of the plant pot. Walk forwards and throw the flash as you get to the second wire. This will provide a flash to blind anyone on the B site. Future Pro 3. You only have 1 molly to throw, so don't mess it up. Your molly will be to push out anyone who's playing new box. To do this molly, get up into this part of the wooden barrels, formerly known as car. Then aim at this part of the tile and jump throw. Now no one can play from new box, great! Future Pro 4, you also have an easy job. Once Future Pro 1 has boosted you onto the half wall, position yourself over this corner of the wall. Then aim at this gap in the trees and throw your molly. This will force anyone out of dark. If this execute is done correctly with the right timings, there should be literally nowhere for the CTs to stand apart from out into the open. But make sure you practice those timings, it really is all about timings.
So far this series, Gambit and FaZe have gone tit for tat on pistols. Each map, they've split them down the middle. And right now, if FaZe continue that trend, they pick up this CT-sided pistol. They are in touching distance of knocking the world #1 Gambit out in the quarterfinals.
Jesus. 9 on their T side. Gambit got so much work ahead of them here, and they'd have to do it hard mode against FaZe, who have already shown they're frothing at the mouth to throw another giant name out of the tournament. They didn't think it was enough. Heroic, no. Vitality, no. We'll just take the world #1. Everyone's talking about a Gambit final. Well, they may not make the semis if FaZe have their way with them. And let's see if that trend stays true. Will we see a split pistol in this series? Twist throws some aggression straight down range, and all Rain flashed off. Spotted 4 of them. Olaf in a lot of trouble as well. We see the T's deploy their smoke defensively so they can focus on B. I kind of love it, and it's worked. Double on the entry. They can't do anything. They'll push for Hobbit. And he hears them retreating. The bomb's going down on B. 3v3.
Yeah, I don't know if they know he's close. They definitely caught a bullet, Axel.
Arrogant. Oh, what? He was fully flashed. A pop, no less. Still strikes. Axel's down, the star of the show.
There's no kit.
They'll have to go quickly. Real quick. Shiro playing time. Inters, too much contact. They need to react. They need the headshots now. They're just playing time. They're hiding as best they can. Any frag's a good frag, and they found 2. Carrigan would have to find it now. Hunting Shiro first. Put it out of his USP, and it's Shiro. Saves it, and they buck the trend. They will not go down. FaZe will not get easy mode to knock Gambit out of this tournament.
Oh dear, that one there, that shot from Carrigan, that was insane. That was a mental shot. He could not see a single thing. The flash was perfect. Here you go, they hunt down Hobbit, one of the biggest scalps. Flash comes over, bang, cop that. Axel, decked. Shiro steps up when he's needed. And I think Shiro here, he's just really coming alive. I know it's only 9 kills, but this is where you need a player like Shiro to start finding that impact on the pistol rounds. They need to now contend against the Force Spy, and remember, FaZe again. The Force Spy's the second round breaks. They haven't gotten one of these just yet. They'll have to buck another trend.
Yeah, that's mad. It's mad that at this point, and still yet to see them succeed in a round that mostly is considered just as competitive as the pistol.
Shiro's tagged down already. Now look, it's not the end of the world right here. He does have the scout in place, so he can operate a little bit more passive. But I want to put a caveat on that. We're on Inferno. Inferno is one where we talk about the AWPers having a hard time on the T side. So there's still some problems here. One Deagle bullet, Shiro's dead. They need to operate with him very safely. Mid-control being worked on here.
Yeah, in the absence of a pistol, a second round usually received just as positively if you can win that force. Up mid, Brokey. Popping out that deep banana smoke, and it looks like Gambit will respect it, yeah. Just as they were throwing out some util, so back to middle it will be.
They're trying to funnel them towards short side right now. Carrigan's dropped the smoke so they can't come pressure him Arch, and it makes sense. There's 3 players, Twist, Rain, and Olaf over towards the site. I feel like they have to go back towards B here, Gambit. If they commit into A, that's one of the cardinal sins. You never go up short side on an anti-eco.
Brokey confirming that there's presence and will fire off the shot, a warning shot.
Good tag.
Damage. Oh, catching Axel as he mantles.
Carrigan's coming, the rotations here.
No util to hold them at bay. It will have to be bullets.
Oh, Nafany's calling him back from Boiler. Nafany's just called them back. He's heard the rotation.
And he's found the frag, no less. Olaf does go down. It's only going to be Twist there in time. If he could just somehow rot the clock, the bomb on the back.
10 seconds.
If he could just hide. He's been found, but a great headshot. One more needed. Twist is doing it all for FaZe, and they will.
The time. Oh, he's not planning.
Time. I think he's done
It's
enough.
gonna be close. Oh my God, FaZe have done it. Twist. How has he pulled that one off? He stalled them out for just long enough in the late round call from Nafany. It would have been genius.
Oh my God. Of course now FaZe win their first second round force in the entire tournament.
Oh my God. That one right there is going to put Gambit on so much notice here. They can get, look, they had a couple of players survive. Sure, they can get the guns back out. They can try and keep this one alive. But look at this. Oh my God. Hobbit absolutely destroyed.
And then this one as well. Like, it had to be this one. Just enough to fluster Inters. He has to start spraying the box. You can see pure concentration. He knows what he's done. FaZe find their first in that respect. That's huge. And we say play on. Time for the wars to begin. Oh, aggression. Thrown deep into the mix. Damage inflicted.
Oh my God.
Heavily. Ears are ringing for Gambit already.
These were the 2 players last round who got tagged up. Shiro copped some damage. Axel copped some damage. And both of them are walking around limping right here. So you need to look towards Nafany and Intuz, who are operating with these Galils.
Is this real life?
They're looking really stifled right now. there's good utility right here for Gambit. Plenty of time left on the clock. But again, it's going to be a 4-man A lean. Carrigan over towards Arch side. Brokey helping out the troops. Olaf and Twist in towards that site. They've got smokes again. They can just continue to funnel them towards that short side.
Arrogant responsible for long side, and they are walking through. One has slipped his net. He strafes out. Missed shots from both. Brokey is next victim. Nafany looking to do it all. And Brokey denies. Okay. Okay. Smoke close on the site. That will isolate. And Brokey scout's not done. A full headshot into one of the best. Hobbit's down.
Low HP now for Axel, and Shiro really, really starts to hurt here. And Reigns locked the door on Banana. It has to be an A finished.
It has to be Intis as well. It has to. No one else has got the weapon nor the health. Intis to try and forge a path into the site with 25 remaining. Olaf and Twists to be removed from this site. Here it comes. Intis hunting. Off the flash, they peek and behead another. Twist looking very sharp. And that's the end of that. Gambit's force falls flat. FaZe 5 rounds away from knocking out the world #1.
Oh, and that's it. Gambit immediately call a timeout off the back of that. Now, I don't know if this is just to calm down the troops. I don't know what conversation can be had here, but the money, it is absolutely in the bin here. Gambit, I feel like they have no choice. You can't be going for a buy like this. You just have to concede. You have to take the eco. 2,400 in the next. You bring out those AKs. You're a little bit light on util. Maybe a couple of Galils in the mix. I think there's just a timeout for Groove to get on the mic and say, listen, boys, this is it. This is it. We have worked so hard this year. We have done so much. They can't go out like this. FaZe are showing up in a big way.
No doubt about it. I want to see the second shot from Brokey. Like, he just takes down Hobbit on apps, I think?
Yeah, he pivoted and just in time. Like, look at this. Oh, bang, Hobbit destroyed.
Look, Carrigan knows exactly what this means. Like, all of their hard work, you know, you can frame it the same way right back on FaZe Clan. This is doing so much for the roster.
They can push them now if they want on this anti-eco, right? They can really bully them around. It is just the Glocks. You know, a lot of the time in these rounds, we see the T's sit back. Brokey with 17 kills. He wants some more. He wants to hit that 20 straight down mid with the MP9. He grabs the first, make that a double. And they're not going to allow this Gambit roster to mince through that utility. They're just going to knock them out of the server here and secure 12.
Ooh. I mean, the signs there were written on the walls. As you saw FaZe Clan's results start to stack up. They were thrust to the lower bracket in that first round.
It's been a climb. It's been an absolute journey for FaZe.
Through the play-ins, Chad.
It's wild. Like
they were at the play-ins.
It's just crazy, right? Because online for them, it was so harsh. It was just something, and obviously all the roster changes, we're never even talking about the fact Cold Zero getting benched, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, there's been so many changes, there's been so many things moving around for this FaZe roster.
And they just give him a call, they say, Olaf, listen, mate.
We need you again.
Let's do it again. One last ride into the sunset. And look at them go. 12 already in FaZe Clan's bank account. And Reigns bringing more aggression into the mix. Hobbit caught out. He can't believe it. Carrigan's sticking aggressive on this banana walk. If he doesn't get tagged, he has.
Dink's being called for sure.
He has to get out of there.
Well, he's lucky to get away with his life here. Axel just in his shadow.
They go for a quick boost. That still means the MP9 could pack a punch.
Are they going dry or are they going to explode here? Axel's just searching.
Axel go kill.
Oh, he's been spotted.
And it loses his life as well. It's all falling apart for Gambit. Off the back of the timeout. In the face of full adversity, now Brokey can peek ahead of it. Inter's not looking, it's just a disaster. It's falling apart at the seams for Gambit. And Nafany, his face says it all. Reality starting to set in now for Gambit. Brokey takes his head off, and now 13 it reads FaZe Clan.
Let's go, boys.
Round by round, taking Gambit Esports down and out of IEM Cologne. The world #1, so much so that people are losing points when they win.
This is wild right now. Like, just in the context of, they look at the AK. Look at the AKs they've picked up.
Yeah, 4
Look
Kalashnikov
It's
rifles.
looking so filthy over there now. Like right now for FaZe, they're only going up against upgraded pistols. Gambit couldn't invest. There was no plan. There was nothing to keep that economy pressured, and they're just all out rushing B.
Through the flames.
They're just going to get absolutely destroyed here.
Yeah, that's going to be another quick one. Those Tech 9's not even worth investing.
Oh, he wants
Carrigan,
the ace.
Give him the ace. Give it to him. Another one for IEM Cologne. Oh, it's denied. Exile, nothing to say. Everything to do. Gambit are up against the ropes now. Battered, bloody, bruised, broken. all of it to play for. Gambit on the tip of everyone's tongue when talking about finals, when talking about the semi-finals. FaZe Clan, this unknown entity. Let's get it started. All those AKs, just feathers and bones on the other side of the T side. Shaken. You can't question for a second that this is not going to affect their play. Staring down the barrel of 14. Same players. Axel catching 2 nades on the nose. He'll have to pull out.
He's limping again. The molly lands, and they respect it. And at this point, think about Gambit have no map territory, no control of anything whatsoever. We're already looking at 1 minute 15 on the clock here. Close enough too, and just going to be dissuaded. Your star, one of your stars, is limping. The T-side AWP for Shiro would have to be masterful.
But your hands are just a little more shaky, a little more sweaty, and Karrigan wins his duel immediately. He's pushed up Banana, takes it, and now a deep smoke to completely guise his escape.
How is this not 15?
This feels like impending 15. Gambit might have to call upon their impact player, Nafany. One of the highest, if not the highest rated opening kill stats prior to this day's start.
He's about to get found out here.
Shiro does pass his first test. Nafany, will he account for all of Meister? He doesn't. The trigger discipline is absurd. You wouldn't find both. He knows Shiro's there, speaks in, not going to get the react, 3v3. They've clawed it back.
It's on Rain, they're going back towards B now. There's only 18 seconds, they have to go B, they have to go B.
It's about the pre-aim now, who's going to clear him? He's playing anti.
Axel's low with the bomb, 12 seconds.
Of it. Oh, he didn't do his due diligence.
Axel's low with the bomb.
He can finish it right here, this looks like 15. Rain just needs to hit the spray, he doesn't. The bomb goes down, Shiro, the bodyguard, says play on.
Roki's close already here, they won't expect this.
Axel, posturous, aggressive. Brokey caught a glimpse, and now a one-on-one between the AWP. Shiro to save Gambit, he can't do it. Brokey pulls them across the line, and he takes his time. A smirk creeps across his face, and FaZe have a chance now. So many chances.
Let's go.
A to be precise. To throw Gambit out of IEM Cologne in the quarterfinals.
That was to just give him a chance. Shiro almost had to do it all. He almost had to do it
did.
all. Yeah.
Look at Brokey.
Oh, I don't know what
One-on-one, catches a glimpse. See you
huge,
later.
Huge from Brokey. Well, this is it. How far do they want to turn the screws right now? FaZe could just get in their face. They could just deny this right here. They could secure 16. What a mountain this is for FaZe. The world number 1 here within the quarters. The world number 2, Na'Vi, they wait in the semis.
You wouldn't just try walking through, would you? You wouldn't. Full flashed. Nice find. Rain needs to survive. He's been caught on the way down to 20. Tucks his tail, tucks in tight. Anthony knows he can't have gone far. Rain looking to retreat and has been given the freedom to do so.
Twist and Olive are playing forward on mid. They're down a man right now, and they're actually posturing in a mid crossfire right here. They're keeping mid control.
Makes sense.
The only gap right now that they can really work with for Gambit is through apartments, and Olaf's about to push it into Boiler here.
Hobbit. The head-to-head.
Oh, the dink.
Oh, and yeah, it does hit the head.
Twist could go mental.
He'd have to. Looks good for Gambit. Going to do an apps pop. Down steps up mid. Catches a glimpse of one and enters. The tail is snipped. He knows one of them's low. Nade shy of the mark. Shiro's softened up and looks like Twist will pull the plug on that.
Yeah, and it makes so much sense with so many rounds to work with, right? You said at 8. They have 8 opportunities. Okay, well, now they have 7 opportunities here. It's just one of those situations where if you are FaZe, you just play for that 1 round. You just play for that 1 round. And there's so much money in the bank. Karrigan can buy, Olaf can buy. But the thing is, the longevity of this, how many gun rounds can we string in a row, right? We can just say, we lose a site, we save. We lose a site, we save, right? And eventually, they can break Gambit. That's all they're looking for, that 1 opportunity. This isn't the one, fair enough. But right now, we already saw Gambit bring it back on overpass, right? They had to do it in overtime. I think it was 7 or something, map points that they had to their name in multiple different stretches in that game. But right now, for Gambit to come back into this is going to be a test of more than just their prowess in the server, more than just their ability to handle the pressure. This would be something special.
Yeah, I mean, I described their story as a Cinderella story. It's not the most appropriate. You know, that's rags to riches. These guys definitely had plenty of riches prior to their arrival here today. But this is a fairy tale. Make no mistake. Olofmeister back from his break, out of the roster, replacing Coldzera. They ride into LAN World 36th. Taking down the world #1 in the playoffs is just more feathers in the cap. And they really complete the set. They've got the metal for this, and you've already highlighted they've got everything pointing in that direction. They can play the numbers game to a almost excruciating degree.
And Karrigan's brought out a secondary AWP right here. So there's 2 AWPs in play. There's not a whole lot of information for Gambit to go off of knowing what the buy is going to look like. All it's going to take is Karrigan to get one and fall, and that's a number advantage again for FaZe.
Karrigan, ready to punish. Oh, that's quick from Shiro. Catches him out and spurs forward into the site. The flash will delay just long enough. Rain working on a very ratty angle. That could punish, especially partnered with a nade like that. Dancing around the fountain. They can't find him. Good one from Rain. Needs more.
They need to deal with him
They
now.
have the site. Slithers off to the new box. That will buy time for this rotate. If he could just delay off the flash. They're tucked into pool. Anticipates Nafany. Tags him up nicely. But this is another round that looks almost locked in for Gambit.
Right now, Twist and Olof, they're so close. Shiro's even fighting. He pushes forward. That's another for Shiro here. This should be the sealed deal. Hobbitt's about to lock the door here on Twist, so if he wanted to save, that's a different discussion. He'll have to get past Hobbitt, who's over towards this arch side. He might get denied everything here unless he's super aware. Oof, and he looked like he was ready for something there, but Hobbitt denies. All right, 15-9.
And Shiro leading it actually this time into the site. Put the AK on him more often because he takes fights like that. Karrigan got half a second to react. Not even.
This is not going to be easy because, again, we have another buy coming out from FaZe. This is them siphoning through a lot of their money, right? There's nobody with much cash left over whatsoever. 2,400 is the loss bonus in the next. So if they don't convert here, it's a chance for Gambit to get their double digits and really start to consolidate within that. Back and forth, the U2 goes in banana. The rallies continue and neither team sustaining even a single lick of damage. They're gearing up for top mid right now and they're walking up in 3-man pack. Hobbitt has boiler control. Inters is in second mid as well, and they will meet Brokey's AWP here on the arch side.
Two-man Balk setup. Certainly avant-garde. Oh, nice destabilize. Forces the extinguish.
They're committing. This is all in.
Towards Longside. Brokey ahead of the pack will fire off a warning shot, but Longside is theirs. Gambit starting to wrap long. Shiro found if they clear the apps. Oh, Olofmeister gets 2 of them. Surges forward, they know where you are. The damage is inflicted. Inters is low. They're running out of players, Chad. They're running out of health. Brokey with another. Axal and Inters for survival here at IEM Cologne. FaZe Clan, they just need 2 more. And they're off to the semi-finals, the world #1, packing their bags. There's no way. Axile, all the frags he's had this tournament, these are compulsory for Gambit. Evades the flash, multiple targets. Karrigan slipped the net though, and he's caught on the mantle. Inters doesn't have the health for this. 1 HP. FaZe Clan have done it. Eliminating Gambit in the quarterfinals. It's absolutely unbelievable. Fun and games. You just can't take the LAN out of FaZe Clan. Unbelievable counter-strike and a heartbreak for Gambit.